Alright guys, welcome back to Food Good. This is me, Emiliano, still, Pizzaiolo. Today we're gonna show you a classic recipe, pizza recipe with this machine. Way easier, 100%, but you're gonna have a great product all the time, always. Anyway, let's start. As always, we introduce Caputo flour, soft wheat, very nice, one of the best around, very easy to find. And we're gonna make 800 grams, almost a kilo of flour, and we're gonna mix with 400 milliliters of water, yeast and salt. Only and always simple ingredients. Anyway, beautiful. Let's start with the water. We got water in here, already weighted. We have 400 milliliters of water, and we're gonna start mixing the flour inside. At this time, unlike the hand mixing method, we just go straight. We're just gonna throw the whole flour inside. Can you see, Andrew?
Yeah.
Beautiful. We just go straight with all the flour. Okay, beautiful. And then we go with 9 grams of dry yeast. A weight on top, and it should working. See, beautiful. Okay, here we go. We got our 9 grams almost. That's it. Okay.
So you're just using dried yeast?
Always, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Most of the time, yeah. In this case, we're using dry yeast.
And that was how many grams?
9 grams.
9 grams, and it was how many grams of flour?
800 grams of flour,
cool.
and 400 milliliters of water.
400 mils, good.
Nice and easy. We just mixing all together. As you can see, just started to mix, not too strong. Just
Yep,
give
nice
it
and sort of slow to medium.
nice and slowly, because you wanna start to see the gluten mixing together, not to rush.
Yep.
Always keep on the side a spatula.
So at the moment there's no water in there, it's just flour, yeast.
No, there is water inside.
Oh, there is,
No,
you
no,
put
no.
it in, my mistake.
No, good. There is water inside.
Right.
And what we do also is we keep on the side 100 milliliters of water.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
As you can see, flour is starting to mixing. 100 milliliters. That's it. I can smell the gluten that is starting to develop. See? I try to get rid of the dry flour on the side.
So
Just use a spatula.
yeah. And be careful not to get your hand caught in there.
Yeah, obviously, but you wouldn't do it. Okay, see? Starting to mixing. Alright. So yeah, it's very important, as I always say to everyone, just give it a time to the dough. Don't put a rush. I mean, usually it takes between 15 and 18 minutes to be ready. And so yeah, just give it a time. Put the ingredients in a raw way. Very important. Put the salt at least 4 minutes after the yeast. Very important, otherwise you're going to kill the yeast. Because what the only things that can help the only thing that you can feed for the yeast is sugar, but not salt. Salt is killing. Okay, right. That's very important.
But we do need the salt though.
But we do need the salt.
So it's important,
It's
you said, when you put it in.
When you put it in,
Not too
exactly. No, absolutely.
Okay.
See, flour is mixing. It's getting, all the water is mixing with the flour, and then so we having gluten. We having gluten.
Mm-hmm.
Very important. Yes, very important. It's important to give priority for every step.
Yeah.
Even when you just put a yeast inside the flour and the water, let it mix nice and smooth. Don't give it too power to the machine, otherwise you're gonna make the dough hot. And if the dough hot, is hot, sorry, it wouldn't grow. So it's gonna be maybe dry, it's gonna be hard to stretch. There are many, you know. Okay, as you can see, we have a little pieces of flour everywhere.
Yeah, so there's little balls. It's in almost little balls.
Exactly. So this step, what we do is, so I will stop and just show you closer.
Okay, yeah.
See? Look. Let's see. Give it always. I'll tell you again.
Give it a twist.
Give it a twist if you.
That picks up all the
exactly.
dry flour.
Just put it all together. This stuff. You know. I mean, you do always your job as well. Like don't just let the machine do everything, because I mean they just machine. Okay, they mixing, but you know. See, nice and good. Okay, we put it back. See. And I think now we can start to give a bit of more water. As I say, I put 100 milliliters here. Just go small with the water flow. Very important. Feed a little bit at a time. Don't go just straight with all the water. Give it a time, give it a mix. That's it.
So how much did you put in there? About half of that?
Yeah, not even, maybe, I put probably 30 milliliters.
So that was 100, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was
So you put in about 30 mils?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly, yes.
So what we're seeing now is completely normal. Have you sped it up or not?
Oh, still, I'm still keeping my...
So about halfway or
no, less.
less than half?
A little bit less than half, less. See? Starting to mixing. Usually the first 3 or 4 minutes, I'm just going very, like, a less than halfway speed.
Yep.
Talking about speed. And after 4 minutes, just a bit before we started to put in the salt,
Yep.
we just go like halfway.
Okay, so...
So like this. Just going halfway. Okay? And we put a little bit more water.
Because now that's looking a lot more like plasticine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. The sort of consistency.
See how the dough hook is actually working, no? Properly. You know, there are few different type of hooks. We got Spiro, we got the classic hook, or we have the arms one, but which is, you know, way expensive, and they've been using for different type of dough, like Easter panettone or the classic Christmas panettone, which needs a different high.
So that puts more air in, does it? Is that, or
No,
it
it just stretch more, and also you can actually work more with the water. You give more hydration and stuff like that. Stuff like that. Yeah. It's just another way to make different type of dough. Anyway,
Right.
Absolutely, yes. See, mixing well. Okay, now I think we can start with the soup. We go with 12 grams of fine ground Himalayan salt. That's what I use. Very important to use a good salt.
And this is again to make 4 pizza
4 pieces.
doughs that are 250 grams each.
I would say, to be very precise, I would say 4 large pieces. I would say just straight out 4 largest pieces. Yeah, nice and easy.
And again, we're aiming for about 250 grams
250 grams.
dough ball, a finished
Yes,
dough ball.
a finished dough ball.
Gotcha.
Right. See, we put it in the salt. You can just put it all straight out. You don't need to give it a time. We wait the mix. See, it's coming nice and smooth. Now we go just a little bit more than halfway speed. We go up 4.5. As we can see, the dough looks wet enough. Obviously machine will give a different, how can I say, machine when you want to make like very hydrated dough is actually helping you more than when you mix it by hand, which you can do by hands as well, but you gotta use a few different process, which is a little bit more hard. It's more like professional. You just go more deep into the, you know, and in those things, like it's a little bit more hard. While when you have in a machine, you can give a good hydration to the dough, and which is way easier because you don't do anything. But it's very important that we put the water step by step.
So when you're talking about the hydration, you're talking about the amount of water.
Amount of water.
So a low hydration mixer is a lower amount.
Okay.
High.
For example, if we have, in this case, we have 800 grams of flour. We put 400 milliliters of water, so we have 50% water inside. Plus 100 milliliters, we're gonna have a 60%.
So we call that 60% hydration.
I call in percentage.
Yeah. So that we call that 60% hydration.
60% hydration.
Right.
Right.
And the more water you have, so when you go up to 65 or 70.
I would suggest to go up to, with pizza, I would suggest to go up to 65, maybe 70, if you know how to work the dough properly. Right. Otherwise, just stop to 60, 62, 65.
Oh, okay.
Easy.
Yeah. And what is the difference by using more? What's the finish difference?
Well, the final result when you put more hydration, when you give more water on the dough, it's more like you're having a first they're using your dough in few days. For example, you're gonna give the dough more rising time. You're gonna give maturation time inside the fridge when you stop everything, when you stop raising time, and you're gonna have a different crispness. You're gonna have a more light dough. You're gonna have
so it's gonna be lighter and fluffier.
Light and fluffier.
More air bubbles in there.
There's gonna be more a structure inside the edge, all around the edge.
Right.
So you're gonna feel more light.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is, you know.
But again, you said the more water you put in, the harder it is to work.
The harder it is to work.
So,
yes.
So we stick with this 60 to 65
60
hydration.
to 65, and you're gonna have a nice and light product anyway.
Beautiful. And we'll have a look at how that dough's going, which is.
Just put a little bit more water.
And don't be scared, this is a bit of a violent process for the Mixmaster. I know that when my wife does this, we've got one of those big American heavy things and it just jumps all over the place.
Oh, it does. It's very important that really you have patience with this. That's what you need to have. Patience, just, you know, be patient, because don't be scared if you see the dough is getting wet again, because see, in 30 seconds machine is just putting back all the things.
Yeah.
Like it's just making, like I would say, dry again.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't be worried as much. You just go slowly, no rush. You're gonna have a bit of. Sorry.
Trying to escape.
Trying to escape. No worries.
So did you put the rest of the water in there? Or
yes.
Alright, so we've added that extra 100 mils of water now, and it's now starting to settle down. See.
If you want, you can just go a little bit down. See? While you put in the water, you can put the speed a little bit down, and then when you start to see the pizza dough is getting together again, you can give a little bit more speed again. See, like this.
And how long do we do this for?
Alright, this is we give to this process we give like around about 15 minutes. 15. Okay. Yeah, 50 minutes, and then after this we go for 30 minutes rest, and then we start to make the balls, and we give another couple of hours or more, or depends on when you want to use it. If you want to use some days, you just keep it outside. You roll the ball and you keep it outside until the night that you want to make it, until, you know.
So was it maybe 6 hours?
I would say about 6 hours is fine.
Okay.
5-6 hours is fine.
So what happens when you leave it longer? So if you're going for like a day or something, you put it in the fridge, wouldn't you?
Okay, if you want to keep for longer, you need to keep in the fridge. So you give, for example, 3-4 hours raising time outside, just as it is, and then you put in the fridge. You keep it in the fridge as much as you want. Obviously, no more than 2 days usually.
Now, when you put it in the fridge, do you put it in a one big mass, or do you already ball it up in the
already rolled, like already set up with the ball.
So what we do after this is going for 15 minutes. Then you're going to let it sit as a whole ball of dough for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then you ball it up. Is that
exactly? Yes.
Right. And then you can choose whether. So once you've balled it up, you set it aside for 6 hours if you want to use it that day.
Exactly, yes. So,
or you put it in the fridge.
Or you put it in the fridge, but before the 6 hours, usually.
Okay, so let's have a look at the consistency of this.
I'll show you now. See? See, nice and smooth. Look. Nice and good. Look at that.
And it's not too sticky either.
It's not too sticky, absolutely. You can see it. You can see it, look. It's not, That's it, nice and easy. Put on the bench. Give it a couple of roll. Okay.
So you're also kneading it a little bit?
I'm just kneading a little bit. See? It's very important. See? Okay.
That's too perfect. Look at that. Wow, that's
Nice
got a great
easy.
Consistency, hasn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
What we do,
You're just going to put it back in that bowl.
I just put it back in this bowl.
Because that's already got flour in it, which is
I already got flour, which is good, but otherwise just...
So you don't put any oil in there?
Okay, what I do, didn't finish yet. What I do is, instead of put olive oil inside in here, what I do usually is just give it a spin on top here.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Like this.
Yep.
And that's it.
And that's it. All right. So it doesn't have to swim in it. You just
no.
Top.
Absolutely no.
Easy.
Pizza is just flour, water, and yeast, and a bit of sauce.
So that's just to help it not dry out, isn't it?
Also helps for that. Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
We cover up for 30 minutes, and I'll see you in 30.
Easy.
Thank you. Okay. Here we go, guys. Welcome back with Emiliano and Andrew. So we go. As you can see, this dough is just, just smooth as, really like.
Which is very different to the hand kneaded dough. The machine one is very, very smooth. It looks very polished.
Yes, I mean, machine works in this way, makes dough in general a little bit more, as you say,
very machine.
Look better. I mean, look at this. Like, there is no imperfection. I mean,
it looks good.
I don't know. Is this real? Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? Okay. Anyway, guys,
looks fantastic.
Thanks. The one that invented a food mixer, whoever did it, thank you. So now what we do is we're gonna shape those. We're gonna shape this big ball in 4 little balls, which we're going to make 250 grams each. Okay. So very easy. What we do is, you just I like to touch the dough. Okay. So usually I take it like this. Otherwise, you can just push straight up. Like this, and then the dough is here.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, you guys want to see elasticity of this? Look at this. Look like.
Wow, look at that.
Okay, see? You can see gluten here. Look, this is all gluten here. Look. Okay. Yes. Such a beautiful word. The word of the pizza, of the bread. Anyway, let's get back.
All right, so you just flattened that and stretched it.
Yes, I just did it just to show you the elasticity.
So it's not going to hurt it by doing that?
It's not going to hurt anything. No, absolutely. Absolutely no. Okay, let's start it. So we do 250 grams off bowl. Okay, this is okay. Let's see. Oh, beautiful. Sorry. That's it. Okay. Okay, done. There is just a bit left. We're just gonna push on in the rest of the bolts because we don't want to waste anything. Now, very important. It doesn't matter even if the bolts, you know, even if you did a bit of more pieces.
Yeah.
What you do is very important. See, just have a look on my hand. Just want to show you this proper way, and then I show you the other way, which is probably more easier. But I'll show you both way anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just pulling all the air and the dough inside. See from here. Look, I'll show you from the bottom of the bowl.
Right.
Okay.
So
look.
the top is, you're just always rolling it back on itself, aren't you?
Yes.
And that on the top looks fantastic and smooth, but underneath it looks a bit.
It looks still a bit, but what we do is we finish it up like in this way. Show you.
Let me come around.
Sorry, yes.
A better angle here. So you're going
okay,
round and round, but not
I'm
completely.
spinning and I'm turning with the left side. Spinning with the right.
So the whole ball is completely rotating. Like
yes.
It's not. You're not just going like. You're not just going side to side. The whole thing is going round and around.
No, you actually, because I'm a right hand.
Yeah.
I turn with the right.
Yes.
See.
Turn there.
And I'm turning with the left.
Okay. So it's all right. So it's just spinning on its axis more than anything else.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And what does it look like underneath? Right. So we expect to have it not perfect underneath, but perfect on top.
No, but I mean.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty good, but.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
But it's not. It's not important.
It's not important as much.
It's not important to have a perfect
exactly.
sphere.
As much you don't have any hole on the bottom or stuff like this.
So that's important to seal up the bottom.
Seal it up. You can just do like this, pump.
Yeah. Okay. So sealing's important. So we want to seal the ball.
Okay. Then the other way is this one. As you got the ball like this, with just one end, you're using pretty much your palm as well. Okay.
So this is your second technique.
Yes. You just go like this. See, surrounding. You keep it close your hand. Okay. Now I'm just hoping to show you how the ball like it's rolling. But pretty much, see. Close your hand, close your palm, and then just give a couple of spin.
Look at that. And then seal up the base.
Seal up, and the base looks fantastic too.
Yep.
That's it.
Cool.
Okay, I'll show you the first method again. So we're just pulling all the air inside, like this. Okay. Instead, this one, it's more like you're getting the ball as it is. Just go like this. Okay. Then obviously I go.
Oh, the man! There's no stopping the man.
There is no. Obviously, I go.
A little bit of practice.
I got a little bit of practice. Thank you, Andrew, for take the word out from my mouth. Sorry. That's it. There you go. Those little bubble of air.
It's just sort of, you had an air bubble there, so
You can just break it easy.
you break the air bubbles. Don't leave the air bubbles.
Yes, don't leave it.
Good.
Don't leave it. That's
Okay.
it. Just make sure that there are no hole on the bottom.
Right.
See? That's it, guys.
Cool. So with this one, we did this with the machine.
Exactly. We did this with the machine.
Yep.
We can use this dough actually tonight.
Right.
As it is, leave it outside, cover it up.
Yep. Because otherwise
Just
you get
simple.
a skin on it if you don't cover it.
It will get dry.
Yeah, and that's not good, is it?
And that's not good, especially when you're stretching, and especially the final product.
I've done that before, and it doesn't work very well.
No. Very easy. You put even a little bit wet.
Okay. Just a little bit damp.
Little bit damp, I would say, right?
Yep.
Put on top. And sometimes if you see that it gets dry, just damper again a little bit.
But only mildly, right?
Little bit. You don't need to get like the things completely wet.
Gotcha.
That's it. Leave it outside. When you're ready to eat, I would suggest, for example, if you make in the morning, you eat in 6, 7 o'clock, nice and easy, your pizza will be just
perfect,
beautiful. And what else? This is very important. Don't keep the dough to the direct sunlight, which is not very good.
Yep.
Also because you can create a bit of fungi on top or stuff like this, bacteria.
Well, that can happen very quickly.
Yeah, you never know. They can start to.
Okay, so you need to worry about things like that.
Yes, just keep it anywhere, but not to the direct sunlight.
Yeah,
that's very important. And what else, guys? This is, very nice and easy pizza dough recipe. Nothing to worry about, really. Don't be scared. Take your time. Take patience. Stay with your family. Enjoy whatever you want.
And that's so with these now, like you said, if you want to have these tonight, leave them under a damp towel for how long?
Oh, 6 hours. I was just between 4.5 and 6 hours.
Okay. And if we want to save these for another day, we've got two options. We can put them in the fridge.
Yes. In the fridge. Around 4 or 3 degrees, or freezer up if you're gonna may eat another next week or
so we could freeze these or we could fridge them.
Exactly.
Now I've noticed that when we put ours in the fridge, we put them in a tub that's got a lid on it, and we put like 4. They tend to go really soft and flatten out. That's normal, isn't it?
Yes, that's normal.
Right.
But that's normal. So what you can do is, or you just using, like as you say, normal containers.
Yes.
Or if you can just use one single big container.
Yeah.
And you put all inside there, and you put always a bit of flour on top.
Yes.
So you make sure they don't stick between each other.
Yeah.
And it's way easier to get it.
So I'll put in the video about, in a moment I'll show what we do. We just use very simple cheap containers that we buy from the grocery store.
Yeah.
We can put 4 balls in there with the lid on it. They go in the fridge for a day. My wife usually runs them for a day.
Yeah.
And they will go flat.
Exactly. Yes.
And I'm probably showing it right now while we're talking, but I'm showing the video of that, of my wife doing that. And those containers, sometimes $10 or $5, are really cheap.
No, they're very cheap.
They're really good. You don't need the professional stuff, basically, for home use.
Also like a normal plastic container one.
Okay, just a little, like takeaway food
takeaway food
just
container.
One in those?
One takeaway food container of 750 milliliters.
Yes.
It's fine. It's like is it like $1?
Yeah, they're cheap.
$1 each, pretty much.
Cheap,
so cheap as. That's it. Nice and easy. You're saving money. You know what you're eating, pretty much.
Excellent.
That's very important.
Cool. So I think we're finished with this.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, I reckon it's all for now, but there's still a lot to come in.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
We've got more videos to come. We've got. Let me see. We've got sauce that Emiliano's going to show us how to make. And then we're also going to do how to make a pizza, how to stretch a pizza, which is
how to stretch pizza.
Yep, that's in this first series of videos that we're doing. So stay tuned, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share this with your friends. The Food Good channel. My name's Andrew. This is Emiliano Maturo, Master Pizzaiolo. Master Pizzaiolo. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you. Bye.